Grey's Anatomy might be considered one of the most progressive shows on TV today, but not all the episodes hold up as well today, with the Grey's Anatomy musical episode as a good example. The hit medical drama premiered on ABC in 2004, so, understandably, some of the earlier episodes are quite dated, but there were even some in the later years that had some fans shaking their heads. An impressive aspect of Grey's Anatomy is the fact that it always tried to be progressive, even when falling short. Of course, times have changed since the early 2000s and older Grey's episodes don't look quite as innovative and forward-thinking as they once did. The show has been ahead of its time since the beginning, but nevertheless, it still has some episodes that simply did not get better with age. In some cases, it is because the jokes or innuendos are no longer acceptable, and, in other cases, characters just do something that looks terrible and doesn't fit in, thanks to the hindsight of time. Owen tells Christina she killed his baby. Hope for the Hopeless, Season 8, Episode 12. Owen sitting with Christina lying behind him in Grey's Anatomy. One of Owen's most controversial moments on Grey's Anatomy was the episode Hope for the Hopeless, which aired in Season 8. This is the episode where Christina tells Owen that she chose to end her pregnancy and have an abortion. He knew all along that Christina didn't want to have children, and he seemed fine with that until he saw her around kids and decided he might know better. However, his exact words when she tells him the news make this an episode that does not hold up well at all. When Owen learns the truth, he gets upset and tells Christina that she killed our baby. This was the moment that many fans started hating Owen, as these words to Christina were something that he could never come back from. This is clearly an argument that will happen in many situations concerning abortion, but in this case, it was a way to villainize Owen in the eyes of many viewers. Alex leaves his wife with a letter. Leave a Light On, Season 16, Episode 16. Meredith reads Alex's goodbye letter on Grey's Anatomy. In the Season 16 episode Leave a Light On, Alex does the unthinkable. He leaves his wife and the hospital to go back to Izzy. The big problem with this episode isn't Alex leaving his wife, it's how he did it. Yes, Alex was in love with Izzy, but then she left him without much of a word and moved away with a letter to explain her exit. He was left heartbroken and finally was able to move on and find love again, getting married and building a new life. When he learned that he had a child with Izzy, which she never told him about, he realized he still loved her and decided to return and try again with her. That is all fine, but the fact that he did it with letters made him seem like a complete hypocrite. He was left heartbroken when Izzy left him with a letter, and now he was leaving Joe the same way, which shows that he has no problem hurting someone else the same way that someone hurt him. In Season 11, Grey's Anatomy did the unthinkable. Patrick Dempsey was leaving the show, and instead of having Dr. Shepard leave and keeping the door open for a possible return, it did what it does best, it killed him to put the other characters through hell. Dr. Shepard, last known as McDreamy, had been a major part of the cast since the first episode, and he was married to Meredith Grey in one of television's most beloved relationships. It makes sense the show would throw all that away. The way Derek died in this episode was not fitting for a character of his stature. What makes it almost impossible to rewatch all these years later is that most of the episode was shown from Derek's point of view. Derek's thoughts actually narrate the events of the episode, and the viewers realize at the end that they are narrating his actual death, as he knows everything the team trying to save him is missing. It is heartbreaking that Meredith never got to say goodbye, which is hard to take to this day.